How do you feel?
Oh, I feel pretty good.
You do?
Yeah, of course. It was rappelling, so there's not actually rocks. It's just
Right.
like a little bit, and then you just
Shoot down.
shoot down, right? I've never done it in my life. It's just how I am. Like, yeah, I'll give it a go. You know, I'm not afraid to try something.
Yeah.
I had to go. It's just a freak accident.
Yeah.
You know, he was trying to tell me like what to do. I think and he's very he's very explaining everything.
Yeah.
I just was way out of my capacity, skill level.
Yeah.
This is like, you know, an extreme thing, and
Yeah.
I just went for it. So plus, I'm not a rock climber.
Right.
I shouldn't have, you know. I've
No
done
experience
in the past,
in rock
no
climbing.
experience, not really, you know.
Dang.
So I don't know what happened. He's like, you know, all you have to do is if you let go, it's gonna stop, like
Right.
it's gonna catch. And I was doing it, and for some reason it kept kind of going through, and I didn't feel confident or safe for a second. And I went down off the edge of the cliff a little bit, right? And he's like, okay, I was standing on the edge, leaning back. You know, I was scared, I was very scared, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. And I started feeding it, and it just kind of went down really quick. It kept pulling my arm around, and I was like, oh, this doesn't feel right, I don't feel comfortable. And then before it was too late, I fell back, hyperflexion, I snapped my knee, and then I let go. Oh, this hand was holding on, but I fell, and the rope tightened, and I think that's where I tore this again. And the worst pain was this leg. I looked up, I heard the pop, and I saw my patella like poking out through my quad or something. I thought, oh fuck, I yelled out, I broke my leg, I think there's a bone sticking out.
You just hanging dangling.
And I was upside down, 100 feet above the rocks, and I was like, I thought I was going to die. I literally thought, that's it, like I'm not going to be able to get pulled back up.
So how did they pull you up?
I had to straighten this leg with one arm, and then just pull myself up on the rope a little bit on the cliff, and then my brothers, I had another brother, and they just kind of were there, and I just said, just pull me up by my arms. And I was just like hanging there, I couldn't move. Yeah, it was excruciating.
That's a near-death experience right there.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then you had to be choppered out, or what happened?
Well, the chopper came because it was a fenced-off area.
Yeah.
But they ended up kicking down the fence so they could pull a stretcher out and take me through the fence. So.
Why didn't they just do surgery?
No, I just had a bad feeling.
You were like, no, you need to come to me.
One of them, he just didn't leave me with a good feeling. I mean, he didn't really say the nice things about the whole thing. And I just kind of read him, and I was like,
It doesn't feel right.
yeah, he's like, oh, we can just put you in a clinic, But these guys here, they're specialists at what I do.
Yeah.
And I just said straight up, you
Felt a lot better.
He just saying stuff like, oh, he said, don't think about leg day, you're not going to be training legs for ages. And he's like, you can forget about training legs for six months. And he's like, well, your legs are going to shrink so much. And I'm like, why are you telling me this? Like, I know what's going to happen. Why can't you tell me something that's like more about the injury and less about what's going to happen?
Right.
You know, it's like, so I just got really bad vibes off him, and I just said, hey, thanks, I'm going to go back home to the States. So I'm out of surgery. It went really well from what I heard. I can't really remember much waking up. But I was in really good hands. Dr. Banfi operated on my knee. He reattached my tendons to my patella and relocated it, which is great. I had the option and a very hard decision yesterday to make about getting a second surgery done on my left biceps. And I decided not to right now because I would be completely immobile and wouldn't be able to, I'd be a lot more restricted. So I kind of need my arms right now to use the crutches, so I have to wait for this surgery. It looks really bad, but it doesn't hurt too much, and I can still use it, so that's a good thing. The recovery, I have no idea about the recovery or how long that's really going to take right now. I just know I have this knee brace on for at least 6 or 8 weeks, I think. I've been in good hands, taken care of. I'm here at the Merch Labs warehouse, and I've had a lot of friends and family reach out, and I really appreciate everyone who's extended their support and been there for me when I really needed it. It means a lot to me. I won't lie, I was in a really bad place for a few days after the incident. Really traumatized and really scared about the outcome and the results from the MRI. So it hasn't been easy to accept that, and just been trying to keep my head away from that dark place and focus on the good things. I'm going to be doing my best now to work on recovery, and this setback, it's a big one, but it's not going to actually stop me. And I've got a very strong mind, and I believe that I'll be fighting on top again when I overcome all this. If you've gone through any particular hard time, hardship, let me tell you that you're still here, and there's a reason why you're still here. You got to not dwell on the past and not think about the future. You can't be thinking about those things anymore, because as soon as you start doing that, you're going to start living with the regrets, and you're going to start thinking, why this happened to me? And it's a bad mindset. It's a negative mindset. So every time you find yourself, you catch yourself thinking, why this happened to me? Don't say that. Just look for there's a silver lining, or there's a blessing in disguise for something like this that could happen. So you've got to live in the present. You've got to live in each day, day to day. Don't be focused on how far down the track, until you're better, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And find ways to keep your mind occupied and be constructive. You just got to keep going, I guess. That's it. I know I'm going to get through this, because at times I felt very bleak and depressed. I'd be upset. I cried. Why this? And it's hard to accept and get my head around it. But it is what it is. And for every setback, God has a plan for a major comeback. It's going to lead you to things that you never thought was possible. If I didn't have this terrible incident, and I'm focusing for the rest of my life on just building my body and that stuff, then maybe I don't get a chance to develop my mind or my spirit or heart, or become closer to God, or find my faith, or find my reason, my why. I'm still here, because that's important. You need to have your why, find that reason, and that's what's going to keep driving you forward. I've got so many reasons to live for. I've got so many reasons to be here today, and it just makes me stop and be very grateful for everything I have, and also teach me, slow down, don't be reckless. It's like strike two for me, with my arm or with my leg. Next time, I might not be as lucky. You have to take all this as a learning experience, and not blame anyone or anything. Don't blame yourself. It's not a mistake. It's time to learn. So lastly, for the first few days, I didn't look at my phone. I didn't answer anyone. I didn't talk to my friends or my family. Really, I kept my thoughts and stuff to myself, and this is how I process and deal with things until I can find the words, because you guys have flooded me with prayers and get well messages, and I truly appreciate that with all my heart. It means the world to me. I have an amazing support system, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys, and it's you guys that motivate me to keep fighting and keep going forward. So when I can, I'm going to be going through these messages, and I do see them. I want you to know that I appreciate each and every one of you, and it really does lift me up. So as much as I can lift you guys up, you guys do it back for me, and I can't thank you enough.